Hello, welcome to the Sigma Made Simple channel. This channel is dedicated to explaining the principles of Lean Sigma and Six Sigma to anyone with little or no knowledge of the tools who wish to make improvements to a process. My name is Dennis Wells, and I was learning about these tools even before I was certified in 2008 as a Six Sigma Black Belt and a Lean Sigma Green Belt in 2009. This is the first video in a series which will take you on a journey from finding opportunities to running a Lean Sigma or Six Sigma project and completing these projects for maximum impact. For this video, we will stick to finding and prioritizing opportunities. The next video will show you how to convert opportunities to projects and how to manage those projects. We will review the rules for a brainstorming method. We will go over why we use the EIC, Ease, Impact, Cost tool. Who should be involved in brainstorming and the EIC ranking? We will discuss how to define the ranking for EIC and how to quickly rank opportunities. Lastly, you will be shown how to prioritize opportunities. The next video in this series will take you from opportunities to projects and how to use the EIC tool for tracking progress. Brainstorming. If you're not sure how to run a brainstorming session, the basic rules are: no judgment. Everyone should be able to speak freely and honestly without being judged. No ideas are bad ideas. Capture everything. Duplicates can be removed later when you are sure they are duplicate opportunities. If the person does not want their name on an opportunity, use the area they are in so you can get more details later if needed. Stress that the process will help them do their job. It is important to include manufacturing personnel in brainstorming, as they are dealing with the improvement opportunities every day and have had the most time to think of a better way. Ideally, manufacturing should have their own brainstorming session without management or engineers. Manufacturing personnel tend to speak more freely when managers and engineers are not present. Including manufacturing helps you identify opportunities you can remedy immediately, but also shows the manufacturing personnel that you take their ideas and complaints seriously, thus garnering their buy-in. You should also include management and engineers in a separate brainstorming session where manufacturing can join if management wants their input on ideas. The EIC tool was developed to aid in identifying and prioritizing opportunities that may not need the DMAIC process in Six Sigma or Lean Sigma. The EIC tool also identifies opportunities that may need Lean Sigma or Six Sigma to be successful. Anyone can use this tool to find low-hanging fruit in a manufacturing environment. You do not need to be a Lean Sigma or Six Sigma black belt to use the EIC tool. We're going to go over to the Excel file now and see if we can get some more information for you. So this is the EIC tool after you've populated it from the brainstorming sessions. I've put some things in here that I've seen in the past, some other ideas. So one of the things that you'll always start with is intuition for the status. If you don't have any facts or any data to support what you believe the EIC rankings would be, then you always use intuition. And then after we do intuition, the next videos are going to show you how to take it to fact, then how to take it to active, then how to complete, or possibly you might take it to inactive. But in this video, like I said, we're going to stick with just intuition. So once you've populated status, opportunity, and the originator, you need to work on the EIC rankings on this tab. You'd work with management for this. And basically, it just goes with 10 being the most desirable, 1 being the least desirable. In this case, for ease, which is really related to how quickly you can implement something. If it's less than 5 days, we made that a 10. If it's more than a year, we made it a 1. And then we just gradually went from 5 days to a year, all the way down to 1. Same with impact. If we were expecting an idea or an opportunity to save more than $1 million a year, it was a 10. If it was $30,000 a year or less, it's a 1. And then we just gradually worked our way from 10 to 1 going down in our savings. And then cost. Now, cost relates to how much you're going to spend in materials or equipment when you implement the improvement. So if it's not going to cost you anything to do the project and implement, then that's a 10. If it's going to cost more than $500,000, of course, that's going to be a 1. I'm going to go back to the EIC tab. And here are the basic principles of getting opportunities ranked quickly. First, do one column at a time while hiding the others, including the OPN column. OPN stands for Opportunity Priority Number. So when you do one column at a time, people will get used to the scaling, and the time it takes to get a number decreases very quickly. I'm going to hide these so you can get a feel for that. I'm going to do column E. While you're going down in one column, people are also calibrating each opportunity as compared to other opportunities. So the numbers will start coming quicker. And also when you rank one opportunity and you go to the next one, you might say, well, this is a little easier than that one, so let's raise the number, or it's a little harder, let's lower the number. So you kind of get a good feel for comparing them to each other. And that's a good thing because usually we're not going to be perfect, but what we're really looking for is which one's stronger in each category. So when you're going to fill out the numbers, like I said, you hide the other columns that you're not working on, and then you read the opportunity. Make sure everybody in the room understands the opportunity. And the people in the room should be management, engineering, manufacturing personnel, possibly if you feel they're going to add a lot of value, which they would usually do that. And then the originator, we need to make sure that they're available. If you do use this method for ranking, you're going to get things done really quickly, so you're not going to waste a lot of time. Once everybody has a good understanding of the opportunity, move to the rankings tab. And here we're going to be doing ease. Get a number from each person who feels comfortable giving a number. Just go around the room or just randomly select somebody. Usually what happens is you end up with two numbers together. Everybody will agree on one of two numbers. I always take the lowest number. Or they might agree on a range of three numbers, and if it's three numbers, I take the middle number. Sometimes what happens though is you might have two numbers being talked about, but one person says, no, that's a 4. And when you've got a gap in here between the two groups, that's the only time you're going to discuss why you think that number is the number to select. If you're going around the room and you're asking for a number and people are saying basically the same right next to each other, or they got the same 3, if somebody starts to explain why they think it's a 7 or an 8, just ask them to wait. Only discuss it if you've got a gap. So if somebody said it was a 4 and everybody else says it's a 7 or 8, ask the 4 to explain in 30 seconds or less why it's a 4. And sometimes the people with 7s and 8s have not thought of something, and so they might agree and they might lower the number. Sometimes 4 didn't really understand something, and then the 7s and 8s discuss or explain in 30 seconds or less why they think it's a 7 or an 8, and then the 4 might say, oh yeah, you're right, it's a 7. You do that for every one of these opportunities. For ease here, we're going to put a 7. I've already filled these out to make it quicker. So after you're done with that, with the whole column here, then you basically unhide and you do column I. We'll hide E while we're doing the ranking for column I. I've already put numbers in here to make it go faster. We rank those Again, only discuss if there's a gap. You might want to explain that when you start the process so that people understand. Just give me a number. Don't discuss anything unless we have a gap. Hide that. C, I've filled those in. Now we can unhide everything. And we've got these OPN numbers. Now the OPN number is basically the result of multiplying the E number, the I number, and the C number. So once you've got everything filled out, every opportunity has an EIC number and OPN. You're going to highlight all of the opportunities, and then you go ahead and sort by the OPN, largest to smallest, and then you have a list in priority of what's most important. And the OPN, or the opportunity priority number, the highest one is going to be at the top. That's probably your most important project. And it keeps going down, as you can see, as you go down. So now that you have the EIC spreadsheet set up and loaded, you can identify the projects that will have the highest impact in the shortest amount of time for the least cost. So the next video will show you how to take the opportunities from the intuition phase to a project and through completion. It will show you the benefits of doing this. If you found this video useful, like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone else you may think would find it useful. If you don't find this video useful, then subscribe anyway in the hope that an upcoming video will be useful. Eventually we'll go through Lean Sigma tools and many Six Sigma tools. See you next time. Goodbye.